and then go climb back under your slimy rock with all the rest of your slimy friends. And don't you ever call here again.
Pants, and he'd eat it later.
Why don't you two run along the store? I'll just stay here with Emily.
Come on, let's go to that all-night market over...
But you all come to Charleston and live with me.
No, we couldn't do that.
Of course you can. It's all settled. I don't want to hear another word. Why, you know it's an old Southern tradition for the beautiful married daughter to take in her pathetic spinster sisters.
Jackhammer! Jackhammer! Windshield wipers! Windshield wipers! Oh, Charlie horse! Charlie horse!
Little.
Ma! Blanche made me do it.
What, don't you have a mind of your own? If Gladys Goldfine told you to drink a whole bottle of Kaopectate, would you?
Who blabbed? Everybody, just calm down. Sophia, tell me what happened.
Same old story. Me and Fabrizio Rubino. We were on the verge of a passionate love affair when destiny intervened.
Don't tell me. His wife, Destiny Rubino?
Right. Boy, did she have a temper. She dragged him away by the hair on his back, smashed his skull with a ravioli tax.
Or cancer or anything like that. There should just be a certain age where you have to turn your life in, like a library book. You pack a bag, you go, and that's that.
I wouldn't know what to pack. Of course, you know, the real question is, do they have dry cleaners there?
When dry cleaners die, there's probably a slew of them about all the times we've
It
shared.
brought back a lot of great memories. Ma, I wouldn't be the same without you.
No. Hey, don't over dramatize. Things aren't so terrific around here. The hell they're not. Things are terrific around here.
I get one for you too, Dorothy.
Would you excuse that?
Have you ever met a man who knows how to push all your buttons?
Just once. He was a cabana boy in Pensacola.
I am never going to get through this. I just hate him too much. I know.
Hey, you were no great looker when I brought you home from the hospital. I loved you anyway.
Oh, well, he sure is cute. Come here, baby. Oh, I haven't had a pig as a pet since I was a little girl.
Just forget that, Rose. I want that filthy beast out of my house now.
Fine. Take her to lunch. Sure. With the size of our estate, I think we can afford lunch.
So that's it. That's the big secret. Charlie was a nice guy.
Oh, I'm sorry it lacked the intrigue of the Duncan Osgood case.
But isn't it amazing how things always work out?
Went pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not wearing a bra.
Oh, Blanche, honey, I just wanted to thank you again for last night.
I might not.
Rose, honey. You know you were not responsible for Al's death, so why don't you just go on, have a good time, and whatever happens, happens.
I know Al had bad arteries, but still, I can't be totally sure.
Come on now, Rose, you do what makes you comfortable and don't worry.
I'd like to drink a toast to Sophia, whom I hope I can count on.
For what? Get your lips off, Harvey, and tell me what you want.
Since you mentioned it, I want you to do something for me. I want you to come over to my place tomorrow night.
Oh, what is it, your birthday?
Sophia, there are...
Does that mean you don't think I'm smart enough for the job?
Well, no, I think you're smart enough. You just have no taste.
Okay, girls, which goes better, the silver chain or the pearls?
The chain.
An amateur's mistake. Can't you see that the chain...
Isn't as nice as they seem?
Of course we will.
Will you believe me when I tell you about how our pig Lester always predicted the Best Supporting Actor Oscar winner every year since
Don't push it, Rose.
Okay, I forgive you.
Oh, there he is. I've been looking all over for that dog. Harry Weston just pulled hair.
Listen, Rose, no offense, but I find that story a little hard to believe. You don't even like to talk about sex.
Well, it's been my experience that people who talk about it a lot don't do it very often.
On fork at dinner. I know. Tonight you said our differences don't matter. But they did before. And they will again. Blanche, knowing you has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my whole life. Remember that.
Jake.
Blanche. Bye, Blanche.
Woman's in denial. I saw that dog with Ida's blue scarf in his mouth, and no one has seen her since.
Ma, what does Fred's dog have to do with this?
It's a known fact that dogs take on the personality traits of their masters.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah? Then why does your brother Phil's poodle like to wear that tutu and hop around on his hind legs?
A herring, and the Lindstroms wanted to train him for the circus.
Weren't they kind of hard to see riding on the elephants?
Oh, not that kind of circus. A herring circus. Sort of like SeaWorld. Only smaller. How you feeling?
She's going to be just fine, only this time she's going to follow the doctor's orders.
What about you, Dorothy? You must be exhausted being here by yourself all night.
I wasn't alone. Stan came by and stayed with me, brought me food, held me, showed me that special part of himself.
Right there in the waiting room? No, I mean right here.
Oh, my God! My backside is spread all across the front page. How could they do that?
They probably used a wide-angle lens.
If I'd known I was being photographed, I would...
So nice to see you again.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Now, you two can get reacquainted on the way. These are your tickets for the concert in the park. It starts in 15 minutes, so you better hurry up now. Bye. Have a good time.
Bye.
Good night. I was never any good at blind dating. I always felt so awkward.
Oh, Dorothy, I have a surefire.
This kills me. You try it.
No, I will not. And I don't think you ought to be talking to him like that either. He's practically your daughter's boyfriend.
What are you talking about? They hate each other. They fight all the time.
Very passionate fights. Oh, it has all the signs of a classic love-hate relationship.
Oh, why don't you tell the boys and girls how you gave Mr. Terrific the axe?
A cartoon, that's right. Here we go.
You're clear!
Oh, that's it, I'm finished.
Dorothy, calm down. Things are going very well.
Very well, they were trying to kill me out there. They want Mr. Terrific back, and so do I.
Oh, damn! Those Donaldson boys must have moved that sign from the Mackenzie's front lawn and stuck it on ours.
Then this is all a mistake.
Yeah, but this sure isn't. Oh.
Blanche?
I have to figure out which of the traditional St. Olaf party games to play at Blanche's party.
Party? Is that why you've been sneaking around trying to find out my age? A party? I forbid it!
Blanche, a party is a celebration of life. And it's not just for you, but for your friends who love you.
No!
Oh, stop.
Oh, I finally have you all to myself. Why don't I fix us some drinks, huh?
Actually, I don't drink.
Oh, then I know what'll loosen us up. We can play a game with my naughty cards from Denmark. Aces are high and I'm wild.
Well, I really don't gamble either.
You are amazing. You are warm and loving and caring and smart and funny, and I don't have to wear flats when I go out with you. I have an idea. Let's cut school tomorrow and go to the Bahamas and not leave our hotel room until...
This problem has to do with Holly.
Her hair's not the color of a Twinkie.
Holly has done something terrible, Blanche, and I think you ought to know
Listen,
about it.
darling, whatever it is, I'm really not interested.
What?
Oh, Rose, Blanche and I have been talking about this. There is a problem, all right, but it's not between...
An island, and I know you feel like
Well, I am family. I'm her long-lost Swedish mother.
You're her Swedish mother.
Yeah. You bet you sure. Oh, come on, let me in.
I'm afraid not.
Here, let me try, Sophie. Nurse.
Excuse me, did you happen to see a little old lady go by?
You mean the one who said, "What are you staring at? I can buy you and sell you"? Went that way.
Ma?
Hello. Morning, everybody.
Blanche, what is going on? I mean, that guy's a little young even for you.
What are you talking about? He's a mature young man with his own business. Now, who wants to help me pick out 5 magazines?
Blanche.
Please. I'm in no mood for... You owe me an explanation.
Well, Ted and
I don't have to stand here and listen to this.
Ma, don't give me that look.
What look?
Look, I didn't do anything wrong. Ted and I just talked last night.
Right, and the Godfather made all his money selling olive oil.
God, what do you have in those boxes?
As we say in St. Olaf, crapola in a box.
Excuse me, I can't stand her when she's feeling her oats.
Rose, you're a pretty sharp deal maker. We've all underestimated you. Now, come over here. Taste.
Could I smell waffles?
What does this look like, the house of pancakes?
So, how's Kate doing?
Better than I am. Dennis is here, and she's forgiven him.
Dennis is here? Somebody hold my hair, I'm gonna kill him!
Oh, sit down and shut up. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Daddy. I'm just telling you what she told me.
Sorry, Ma. I wasn't paying attention. I keep thinking about Rose.
Oh, just forget about her. If she doesn't want to be our roommate, that is fine with me. In fact, I'm happy she's leaving. You see how happy I am, Dorothy? You try it. Go.
If you don't mind, Blanche, I'll laugh on the inside. Doolittle looked like a morphine addict.
There was a time in my life when I wanted to leave St. Olaf. I just didn't feel it was big enough for me. I had my eye on the Great White Way. So I went to St. Gustav, the city that never naps.
Miami, Florida, this is Jeopardy! Let's bring out today's contestants. First, we have a substitute high school teacher, Dorothy Spornak. Next, cruise ship purser, Charlie Deese.
Welcome aboard.
And for all you babes who didn't think I had a mind,
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, Mr. Diodoro. It's time for your medication.
Diodoro? Funny he didn't look Italian. All sex stories. Sicily, 1922. I stopped by a little trattoria. No, wait. I'm thinking of the best meal I ever had.
I get it.
Not coming till tomorrow.
I know.
Oh, Dorothy, could I please borrow your diamond ring and your pearl necklace and your jade bracelet?
Are you planning to come back?
Sometime tomorrow morning.
Where are you going?
Oh, out to dinner with Jason, the director of our community theater. He's considering me for the role of Lady Macbeth.
Thank you for starting.
Are you gonna tie a bow on that when you finish wrapping it up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm a bit compulsive. It's the Minnesota Farm Girl. Only once. But they shot him into a tree. you that, no other herring would do. You say? It was my high school graduation. I was valedictorian.
You were valedictorian?
Yes. I was 4th out of 19 graduating seniors. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Rose, if you were 4th, how were you chosen valedictorian?
Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him the word that I'm not a rover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone.
Oh, you guys really stink.
Fine, Mrs. Petrillo.
100%?
100%.
Tip-top?
Tip-top.
Then, Mr. 100% tip-top, why the hell does she feel like hell?
Look, Ma.
Wait, I gotta hear this.
It could be functional.
Functional?
Mental.
Mental? Well, let me tell you something, Mr.
Well, I think that completes the puzzle.
Wait a second. Why are you asking me questions about our family? Uh-oh. I'm gonna die. You talk to my doctor.
Too competitive. You just take all the fun out of it.
Oh, not anymore, Dorothy, really. Believe me, all I care about is that these kids have a really good time.
Well, all right. I mean, if you really mean it, you can count me in.
Oh, great. Oh, with your help, Dorothy, we'll kick their butts. We'll chew them up and spit them.
From a service station across the street. Our farm was just down the road from.
Rose, honey, have you been washing the fruit off before you eat it? Listen, we have a decision we have to make right now.
What are you doing? I can't let you go through with this. Do you want to spend the rest of your life rotting away in some disgusting jail cell, bribing screws for cigarettes and toilet paper?
Rose, in Miami, it is not a felony to cut the wedding cake.
Cut the...
I want to be loved by you alone. But it's like you, just you and no one else. Laszlo, I'd like to ask you a question. By any chance, is there anybody here tonight in whom you might be interested romantically?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes.
Oh, I know it! I
Laszlo, looks like we're a hit.
Presumably it was lost in the fire.
Maria was just out to get me. She was always jealous because I still had my own hair.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Petrillo. I have no choice but to bring you in on a charge of negligent arson.
My mother is 85 years old. I mean, surely
I'm sorry, the law recognizes no age limits.
Again, it was exactly what I used to watch and like so much.
But Jay Sandrich told me, I don't want to hear a Southern accent. And I said, but Susan Harris wrote this character to be more Blanche than Blanche Dubois. And he said, well, I don't want to hear a Southern accent. So I tried doing it with kind of a...
Or else. Blanche, why did you let her go? She'd be the perfect person to ask if there's anything about Jerry I could make fun of at the roast.
6 cakes of soap.
Dorothy, would you please speak to me?
1 can of cleanser.
No, I'm not going to get the cleanser until you talk to me. Oh, Dorothy, if you won't talk to me, how can I understand why you're angry with me?
Just coffee and a walk along the beach.
And what about it?
Oh, come on, Sid. I am too smart for you. I am not falling for any more of your practical jokes.
Morning, Dorothy.
I didn't want to hear it from Bryant Gumbel, and I don't want to hear it from you.
Problem?
I still don't have a date for Jenny's wedding. My own goddaughter, and I'm going to show up alone.
How humiliating.
I don't rub it in. Ma, what are you doing?
I'm giving the leftover meatloaf for Thrilled. What do you think? It's hot as hell in here.
Close it before the food spoils.
Okay. I wanted to wear something tonight that Dwayne's never seen me in.
Maybe you should try underwear.
Miles, I thought you were grading papers.
No, I wasn't. I lied.
Darth, you know what this means?
White wine with dinner?
Do I look like I'm laughing? Here, read this note.
If Kevin Kelly doesn't play in Saturday's game, Dorothy Z sleeps with the fishes.
Dorothy, please, give the kid a D.
Oh, come on, Ma. It's just a prank.
Oh, Dorothy, I don't think you used to do bird imitations.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Well, let's just say you didn't want to park your car under their oak tree. Ingmar was different. His mother used to say,
God's creatures outlives its normal life expectancy. Why, it can go at any minute. Would you mind not looking at me when you say that?
does anybody know where the thermometer is?
Sure, in the medicine cabinet. Why?
I want to take baby's temperature. Although, I'm not sure what the normal temperature...
Flying to a mountain.
That would be a good example of a mishap.
Rose, do me a favor. Fasten your seatbelt. Over your mouth.
Rose, why don't we use our time constructively and work on your eulogy? Now, what do you plan to say, honey?
I don't know. I'll probably
What am I gonna do? My God, I'm hallucinating. 100% better.
And that's the big secret?
Oh, no. The big secret was that Miss MacGyver and Miss McKee were sharing a one-bedroom apartment off campus.
How will you? Here you go, ladies. Dorothy, would you like some hors d'oeuvres?
No. Oh, no. Not unless you count the fact that when he burps, it smells like 4 burning tires.
Girls, I am just so mad. That pig tore up my nightgown last night.
Blanche, the people you dated from foreign countries, they play by different rules.
That I'm pretty positive this time it's not morning sickness. Oh, look, I'm probably just upset because Ma isn't going to be there. I just wish she could see Stan the way I see him now.
If she didn't love you, she wouldn't be fighting so hard.
I know.
I'd love to. Oh, hello there, Stanley.
Oh, hi, guys.
You just wait right here, honey. You will never guess what this impulsive, wonderful fool just did. He bought a fire engine red convertible, put it on his credit card. I have to get it wrapped.
Hey, dude, so...
Clayton is a hobo?
No, Dorothy. Laszlo.
Rose, I have to ask you something.
Oh, I know what it is. You're going to ask me to pose for you, too.
No, I'm not.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm so embarrassed.
That's it! That's exactly the quality I want to capture. Oh, take my favorite little girl.
I love you.
I love you, too.
It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long. I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song.
I have to give back the $25?
Yes.
I don't think that's fair.
Then give me 10 and get out of here. Well, what are y'all looking at? All right, maybe I don't have a date. Maybe my date took one look at me and said he'd rather die.
Right. Need any help?
Get away from me, you jinx. I mean, no thank you, Rose.
Girls, you'll never guess what happened. Norman threw me over for a fat woman.
Blanche, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Rose, but Dorothy's the one who ought to be sorry. It's all her fault.
And everyone's got to have one.
What is this, a revival of Raisin in the Sun?
Oh, look, it's a letter from my friends, Philomena and Dominic Bosco back in Sicily.
Oh.
They're visiting Miami and they're bringing their daughter Gina.
Who are they?
Oh, well, Gina and I were born within minutes of each other at the same hospital in Brooklyn. That's when Ma became friendly with Philomena, before the family moved back to Sicily.
Will the Boscos be...
Is that a legal serve?
Everybody seems to be having such a good time.
You know, the more you stare at everyone, the more natural it seems.
Yes, I have been thinking exactly the same thing. Hey, why don't we just put our inhibition...
Or what?
Or what?
Happily?
Happily.
Damn.
What a relief.
You're telling me I thought I was a goner.
In fact, from now on, I won't bother you at all.
Hey, Stan, could I be pothead?
These are the after pictures of satisfied customers. I was thinking about having my breasts done like hers.
All right, Blanche, but do you think black really suits you?
Here you go, sweetheart. Dorothy, have you ever heard of something called dirty dancing?
Well, of course, Blanche.
Dorothy, honey, it's Rose. We need to talk.
I said go away.
Leave it to me. In a few minutes, I'll have her beaming from ear to ear.
Bucko did admit he robbed a bank.
It's my fault. He thought the only way he could keep me was if he had money to buy me expensive things. I gotta convince him to turn himself in. If he doesn't, I'll go to the police myself. It's the last time I let a man toy with my... Hey, give me a break. You can't smell that from the hall.
Then there was the time Hans Eriksson wanted to take an elk to the prom. The whole town was divided on that one.
Pussycat, if you're writing to your brother Phil, tell him I said thanks for you. You got a date Saturday night.
Better. Ma, we're going away for the weekend. Just the two of us. So pack your bags. We're off to a cabin in the Keys.
Wait a minute, Dorothy. You pulled this one on me once before. Remember Shady Pines Retirement Village?
Pizza with pizzazz. Even better. Hey, I can act and write. Gee, I love this business. Listen, you don't mind if I make the change, do you, Si?
No, not at all. In fact, I think I want to make a change, too.
She's something. I'm really proud of her. Now, if I could just manage to rope myself a doctor that easily.
Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl. He's back. I saw him running across my... Ma, get off the phone!
Mind your own business! Guess what?
I think this is Sophia.
Hi. Well, Rose, I thought you had a date with Mr. Terrific.
Oh, he'll be over in a little while. The producer had to have an important meeting with him after the show.
Actually, I have a feeling it was to discuss some of the recommendations that I made.
I hope you recommended he do some exercise. A man shouldn't be allowed to wear...
Your family was awfully tough on pets, weren't they, Rose?
Dorothy, this could be more serious than you think. Now, why don't you have a doctor look at that foot?
I already have.
When?
1965.
You don't want to miss the recital.
It is fine.
Oh, really? Let's see you do a Cincinnati.
If I'm down, I might as well get used to it.
Dear Mr. Gorbachev, my name is Rose Nyland. I'm writing to you because I'm really worried about nuclear war. I hear there are enough bombs to blow up the world 100 times, and it scares me. It scares the girls in my cadet troop, too. They talk about what they want to...
But you always took him when you couldn't get a date.
I don't have a date either, Rose. We can hang out together at the sweet table and guess people's weight.
Oh, I have a date, Sophia. It's just not Cousin Arnold.
Good, I never liked your cousin Arnold.
Do you have a date? Anyone we know?
Isaac?
Excuse me?
Isaac.
But it hasn't. I was hoping that it might help me get over my problem.
What problem?
Well, it's not easy for a man to say, Rose. I'm impotent.
Wrong, isn't there?
Dorothy, sit down.
Something happened to Ma. I know something happened to Ma. I leave for 3 days and something horrible has happened to Ma.
Well, I'm back from my walk to the mailbox. Tomorrow the corner.
Oh, Ma, thank God you're all right.
You've been with a man, haven't you? Anybody seen my purse?
Oh, God, Ma, how could you do this?
Relax, Dorothy. I probably left it at Sonny's place.
Of course you did, right next to his body.
How did you know?
It's all over the front page of today's paper.
Oh, that's not Sonny. That's a dead guy. Of course he is.
Excuse me, ladies. I'm Dr. Ashley. Won't you come into my office?
I'm Sophia Petrillo, and my idea of a good psychiatrist is a bartender who pours without a spout.
Doctor, I'm Dorothy's boy now.
Dorothy?
I'm Rose Nyland.
Rose.
I'm Blanche Devereaux, and I know it's wonderful. I just had the best night's sleep.
Blanche, it's 4 a.m.
What? Oh, for heaven's sake, I don't believe it. Do you know what happens if I don't spend 8 hours in bed?
Iranian guys write their cousins back home and tell them not to come?
No, I simply cannot function the next shift. Honey, it's as easy as riding a bicycle.
I never learned how to ride a bicycle.
It's as easy as falling off a bicycle.
Really? Well, that is easy. Thanks,
It was just a hunch.
Naive to think you'd give an old woman one last chance to regain her daughter's respect. Now I guess I'll just stick my head in the oven and see
Right, Ma. Maybe guilt will work, but Ma, this is the last time.
Oh, thanks, pussycat. You won't regret it. Now, would you mind taking him out for a walk tonight?
And even if people aren't listening.
He should have taken you with him.
Anyway, after he was fired, he worked for an iron company. He sold other things, but horseshoes were his specialty. He had a sense of humor about it. We couldn't pass a horse without Charlie saying, "Can I show you something?"
Aye, but the only thing we have in common is under the sheets.
What's under the sheets?
His cappuccino maker.
Prima di incominciare,
Before we begin,
bisogna chiarire un punto.
let's make one thing clear.
Io e solo io sono in controllo.
I am in charge.
Io sono il padrone,
I am the boss.
io sono il maestro,
I am the master.
io sono la balena.
I am the walrus.
I've decided that last night was a bigger disappointment than losing Butter Queen. Do you want to know why?
No.
Meg, come in.
Through her things.
Went through with things. Why didn't you just ask her?
Oh, hey, I don't stick my nose in where it doesn't belong. That must be them.
Mama, this is...
Now, right now.
Look, Ma, it's important to be accurate. Now look at the box.
Hey, Pussycat, it says here from ages 8 to 80. I'm out.
Come on, Ma.
Hi, Dorothy. Sophia?
You kids have fun tonight?
Oh, did we ever? There's this...
I pointed out that a frown is just a smile turned upside down. So from then on, whenever I go by, she'd stand on her head and
Mail call.
Oh, Rose, you're here. That's good. I am absolutely snowed under with this wetlands thing. And as usual, I know I can count on you.
I'm sorry, Dorothy.
What? But, Rose, you always help out.
Really am. No, at first I wanted to give up, to die, truly. Only time I ever felt worse was when George died. But then I had the kids with me, and I pulled through it. This time I thought, well, this is my last chance. This is my last hope for happiness. I just thought I'd never feel good again.
How long is this story? I'm 80. I have to plan.
Just walked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a winner! Couple number 29!
That's me.
I won!
Just a minute, it's not over yet. It looks like we have another...
That was the worst night I've ever spent in bed with a woman in my life.
Wait a minute, Ham. Are you saying the only reason you've kept turning me down is because of the bad time you had that night?
Yes. Oh, well, Blanche, this changes everything. There's all that...
Pretty soon the situation got out of control, and I tried to let him down gently. You tried to make it short and sweet.
They can sleep in Ma's room, and she'll sleep with me.
Oh, Ma doesn't get a say. It doesn't matter what Ma thinks. Ma's a piece of furniture who has no feelings or opinions.
Nonsense, my little hat rack. He could. 4:45 would be perfect. Thanks so much. I'll see you then. $20 to win on Ma's mouth. It's a hunch. Watching what this is doing to her.
I hate watching what it's doing to you.
I hate watching those FBI warnings at the beginning of video rentals.
Oh, hello, sir.
You are kidding.
I'm afraid not. He's a damn fine doctor, too. I wish I were half the doctor he is. By the way, I'll be performing your surgery tomorrow.
He was proud of you. I remember him saying anyone would want a daughter like this. Of course, he was saying it to the gypsies.
Look, I don't have to listen to this. Have you any idea how it makes me feel when you say things like that?
No. After I'm dead, drop me.
Rocco did admit he robbed a bank.
It's my fault. He thought the only way he could keep me was if he had money to buy me expensive things. I gotta convince him to turn himself in. If he doesn't, I'll go to the police myself. It's the last time I let a man toy with my...
Oh, thank you.
We're so very, very proud of you.
And Dorothy tells us your friend Barbara Thomas was very proud of you, too.
Yes?
Dorothy Zbornak?
Yes?
My name is Bert Nesbitt. I'm looking for Mario Sanchez. The school's...
Sophia, when's that food gonna be ready to taste?
Oh, my chip beef is ready.
Oh, well, I was more in the mood for something hot.
Mine's hot.
Well, I was more in the mood for something spicy.
Oh, mine's spicy.
She was more in the mood for somebody that wouldn't test her gag.
Well, Dorothy, didn't you ever have something you wanted to do? You know, some kind of secret desire you always kept on the back burner?
I always wanted to try a nudist camp.
Some big pots belong on the back burner.
Now, honey. Now, come on and tell me why you need this favor.
No way. You'll only laugh
Now,
again.
stop it, Dorothy. I really do want to help you if I can.
Yeah, we're not monsters. We promise not to laugh. Well, all right. I want you to go out with my blind date tonight because...
I'm not wearing cologne.
But that's impossible. It smells kind of like a mixture of Old Spice and musk and...
And a porterhouse steak?
Yes.
That's me. The smell really gets intense when I sweat.
Really? Well, I'd be curious to... Incident which occurred between my sister Virginia and me when we were in high school. Now, can you believe that one's very own sister could seduce her sibling's boyfriend on the eve of that sibling's senior prom?
Virginia did that to you.
No, I did that to Virginia. She deserved it. She borrowed my saddle shoes without asking. Oh, well, whatever. Have you seen my gun?
No.
Well, damn. What's the point of wearing this if I've got nothing to put in it?
I say the same thing every morning when I put on my bra.
Blanche, why are you dressed like that?
Because I am going to an authentic Texas-style barbecue. And my date...
Let's go home. Okay. Rose, you say Charlie never did this.
I think he was scared.
He was, huh? Okay, Rose, come on. Let's go for it.
I bet if Charlie had jumped, he'd have thrown in a few somersaults.
Don't ever change, pussycat.
Community, I'm proud to take cows for $300.
The answer is a young cow that has not yet born a calf. Rose.
What is a heifer?
You're right. Still your board. Select again.
Cows for $400.
Answer this time. Loretta Young played an innocent milkmaid in this Oscar-winning 1947 film.
Oh, that is so typical. All those swamis are just out for a buck. I mean, they can't teach you anything that anyone with any common sense doesn't already know.
I didn't know that.
A visual aid.
Oh, really, Ramdas? If it's all so easy, let's hear you answer this.
Oh, thank you. Sophia!
You're welcome.
Rose!
Any wonder we get nursing home brochures by the truckload?
What's wrong, Dorothy?
Ma, you were right again. He was just using me.
Sit down, pussycat. I want to tell you something.
You aren't going to eat it. Why did you take it?
It's the principle. You're always leaving me out of things.
Now, Sophia, that's not true.
The hell it isn't. What about that dance marathon you cut me out of?
Oh, now, come on, Ma. That was different. There was money at stake.
We didn't even tell each other about that.
I remember I was the first one to arrive, you remember?
Don't knock the novelty business, Snookums. Rubber dog poop and joy buzzers provided very nicely for you, the two kids.
And several stewardesses.
Stewardesses.
They adopted them. After Asian babies, they're the most popular.
This is the most humiliating thing that's ever happened to me.
How quickly you forget the 1964 Tokyo Olympics.
Big deal. 80,000 people had to wait 20 minutes. The torch eventually got there, didn't it?
Work so hard to make it every day. And it's hard to say just how some things never change. And it's hard to find any strength to draw the line. Oh, I'm just burning doing it. Try I'm just burning doing it.
Of course.
I will never forget the night I made that discovery. It was during the spring cotillion. I was wearing a long white dress and my first push-up bra. And Bobby Buck McAllister and I were enjoying a glass of punch out on the veranda when a beam of moonlight hit my cleavage.
Well, you shouldn't be telling us that.
I know, but I like you. Now, Stan, what you have to do is ask yourself, why would you want to be with a woman who so clearly doesn't want to be around you?
Well, I think I can answer that, Doctor. There's no other kind.
Last time we met, you told me that when you were a boy, your mother didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. I was just leaving. Only I want to say something to you first, Margaret.
What is it, Blanche?
Well, it looks like you and I have more in common than we thought. We both love Big Daddy. We want him to be happy. So welcome to the family.
Our paths crossed here so they could cheer us up. Excuse me, Mr. Clown, could you do something to put smiles on the faces of three gloomy cusses?
Buzz off, lady. I'm on a cigarette break.
Please, nobody touch anything. My name is Spade Marlowe. I'm a private detective retained by the late philanthropist Giles Forsythe. Because when an 88-year-old man marries a 22-year-old girl, he likes to know what she's up to.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but does anybody but me think the hat... Kiss me, you poet. Oh, they are so cute together.
Oh, I know, isn't it romantic?
No, it isn't. It's ridiculous. Ma, this is the biggest mistake you have ever made in your life.
Fine. Don't come to the wedding. Who wants you? But just remember one...
I'm scared. I'm scared, too.
I'm scared for Al and Bobby.
Oh, shh. What was that noise? That was me. Thank you for calling it to everyone's attention.
Said, crunching his chips. Oh, he's dead. Wrong way driver hit him head on. Totally dead, ma'am. Crunch, crunch.
Oh, no.
Puts me on hold and then eats Doritos while he tells me my life is over. Oh, Rose has to tell her. Rose won't eat.
To talk to you about.
Dorothy, I have been so worried. I think the way we've been spending this money is all wrong.
Blanche, I could not agree with you more, honey. I've been up half the night worrying about how foolish we've been spending all that money on silly little things that we don't need.
Oh, I am so relieved. Oh, I do.
And it started making a wheezing, coughing, rattling kind of a sound every time it goes up a hill.
Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Those are the sounds Tony Triano made the night they wheeled him out of the home on a gurney.
That car's in terrific condition. All right, sometimes it's a little hard to turn over in the morning.
Tony Triano?
Let's not bother him anymore. Let Stan rest in peace. Sorry.
I'm going to pack your bag tonight. We have to leave at 7:30 tomorrow, so you can be admitted by 8.
Dorothy?
Yeah.
Well, the town would have gone under if Oslo's most famous hairstylist, Vidal Sasbogadottir, hadn't relocated his shop in St. Olaf because of our more favorable tax laws. Now, you see why I don't like plastic surgery?
Oh, Ma, your first day. You must be really excited.
You bet I'm excited. This was a great idea of yours. It's given me a whole new lease on life. I need a raise.
Ma, you haven't even started yet.
I meant help me up. These new underalls are choking my pancreas.
And everyone's got to have one.
What is this, a revival of Raisin in the Sun?
Don't even think it, Ma.
If you knew before, why didn't you tell me?
Ma, you have a big mouth.
Me? If I had a big mouth, do you think your one-night stand with the bug man would still be a secret?
Dorothy's born. If we could talk,
She said we have nothing to talk about. We have so much to talk about. The trouble is we always end up fighting.
Look who's here. Oh, Sophia, see if you can get them to stay for dinner.
No, really, thank you. I just came by to pick up a few things.
Well, there's just plenty of food.
Thank you anyway.
Damn!
What?
My jewelry.
Oh, please, Blanche, enough with your jewelry.
No, I found it. What? It was in the freezer.
Oh, Blanche, that's wonderful.
It was there all the time, and you know, if you'd had your way, the robbers would have been beheaded.
Look, that doesn't matter. The point is they... And we hire a band to play fish songs in pirate suits with muscles bulging.
Your mouth is crowded. If I'm lucky, I get to substitute in English class. But usually it's, oh, I can't even say it.
Driver's ed.
God, how I hate putting up those damn cones!
Oh, Dorothy, come on now. You'll do just fine. I will never...
Obsessed! You have this irrational need to get Roger to like you. Now, why are you doing this?
I guess it all started when I was a little kid at the orphanage. You see, only the happy, nice kids got adopted. And that's when I started trying to be happy and nice all the time. Because the truth is, if you treat somebody really nicely, they'll...
Any sense? There's thou shalt not commit adultery, and thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. 2 out of 10 refer to hitting the sheets, and they couldn't fit in lying? Does anybody think before they write this stuff down?
You're not making any sense. I can't talk to you when you're half asleep.
Excuse me, it's only 4 a.m.
Another doctor.
You see?
George is the only man to ever see me naked.
Get out of here.
Well, except for Charlie, of course.
Get out of here.
And the vet. Much, much smaller. But bigger than a flea circus.
Tell me, Rose, did they ever shoot a herring out of a cannon?
Oh, it's running pretty soon. Everything's running all together. Nobody can enjoy their cake.
Stan, I have to tell you something.
Dorothy, somebody's at the door.
I'll get it.
No, you won't.
But I'm closer. Oh,
Oh, it must be that old plow injury. Dorothy, did you get the door?
Force them to grade junior high English essays. Kids today can't write the English language. The characters in The Grapes of Wrath are so real that it's interesting.
weren't they?
Afternoon.
The expensive restaurants and the jet. Hell, even I'm impressed by the jet. Now, I haven't been wealthy all my life, you know.
Oh, really?
No. I started out in the shipping department of a large manufacturing company.
And gyrating my pelvis, I am not interested.
And the world heaves a collective sigh of relief.
Rose, how about you? You want to learn dirty dancing?
I don't know. For some odd reason, dirty dancing always sounds dirty.
Come on.
I can't, but at least I want my turn at bat.
Well, I have to admit I'm somewhat interested and a little bit curious and suddenly now quite nervous.
Maybe it's not meant to be with your grandmother wandering around.
She has a bus pass.
I can have Andy drive her. Come here.
Berta's going to be here in 45 minutes. I don't think you have time to bake a cake.
45 minutes. In 45 minutes, I can bake 2 cakes and knit you a sweater. Out of my way. The maestro approaches the podium.
I hope Sophia finishes in time. You can't give a good birthday party without a cake.
Yeah, I seem to recall a party with 3 cakes that was not... Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl.
Angela, that was the best meal I've ever had in my life.
Well, how good could it have been? You left half of it.
I ate every bite.
Well, there's some sauce left. If you really liked it, you take a hunk of that bread and slop it all up. You can afford it.
Oh, no, I can't. How did you ever pull that off?
I work in the public school system. It's not that different from me.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I apologize.
No, don't you worry about it. I think we're all on edge.
This has to be the biggest disappointment of my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
The book
And
again.
study. Study.
No game Saturday, Billy, I'm sorry. Everybody, I'll see you at practice tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Rose. You just taught a bunch of 8-year-old boys that it's more important to win than to play by the rules.
Big deal. Turns into enemies. Jealousy. Huh, I ought to know. You see, I was a devastatingly beautiful child. Pink cheeks, cute little button nose, red ruby lips, adorable little ringlet curl.
I was the tallest baby in the history of New York and had a rash on my head till marriage was over.
Dorothy, look, things happen.
Things happened. You're damn right things happened. 38 years happened. 38 years of sharing and crying and dreaming and fighting and loving and children and diet.
Everybody, this is Glenn. Glenn, I'd like you to meet...
No, don't tell me. Rose, Blanche, and Mrs. Petrillo. These are for you.
Does this mean you'll go to the masquerade ball?
Yes, and I'll tell you something. After all the practice I have had lately, I'd be honored to be the horses behind.
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
Under her money on bad investments.
It's true, I did it. I guess you two don't know me as well as you think you do.
Oh, we're sorry. We thought you were making a little joke to raise our spirits.
No, I want to get my head frozen, and I want you to promise me you'll help me with this.
All right, if it'll make you happy, I will see that your head gets to the cryogenics people. And
Oh, well, that's understandable. I mean, the possibilities are overwhelming.
Exactly. The Johansons wanted to pickle the herring, and the Lindstroms wanted to train him for the circus.
Weren't they kind of hard to see riding on the elephants?
Excuse me, my friend here would like to apply for a library card.
What friend?
Oh, the one who's checking out everything but the books.
Hi, what you reading? Oh, you must be a passionate man. Females to fondle? I wish I knew what to do.
All right. I can pick up a cue. Picture it. Sicily, 1912. A beautiful young peasant girl with clear olive skin meets an exciting but penniless Spanish artist. There's an instant attraction.
Difficult to hear, but you're probably right.
I knew you were a quack. If you were a legitimate shrink, you would have strung us along for months.
Were there?
Oh, I happen to know he didn't.
How?
Bridget isn't his type.
Of course she isn't. She's too good for him.
How about a nice glass of lemonade?
Not now. What do you mean she is too good for him?
Well, he doesn't even have a job.
Well, neither does Henry Kissinger, really, but he's still very highly regarded.
Maybe it isn't a heart attack.
Oh, Rose, honey, she's 80. At 80, something's got to go.
Well, not necessarily. My grandparents lived to their 90s. One was 102.
In Minnesota.
So?
Rose, you know how they freeze dead people to preserve them and then bring them back?
बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से, तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से। तुझे कैसे बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से, तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से। ओ यार प्यार कर, कर मुझे प्यार कर, दिन रात हो बारिशे, प्यार मुझे प्यार कर। मेरी यादों में तेरा न जाना, तुझसे बातें कर तेरा दीवाना। मेरी यादों में तेरा न जाना, तुझसे बातें कर तेरा दीवाना। खुदा का शुक्रिया प्यार तुझसा मिला, खुदा का शुक्रिया प्यार तुझसा मिला, प्यार तुझसा मिला। तुझे कैसे बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से, तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से। ओ यार प्यार कर, कर मुझे प्यार कर, दिन रात हो बारिशे, प्यार मुझे प्यार कर। जब भी सांस आए नाम तेरा, कोई आहट आए ख्वाब तेरा। हाँ जब भी सांस आए नाम तेरा, कोई आहट आए ख्वाब तेरा। कितनी मन्नतें मांगा तुझे खुदा से, कितनी मन्नतें मांगा तुझे खुदा से, मांगा तुझे खुदा से। तुझे कैसे बताऊं कितना प्यार है तुझी से, तेरे साथ मेरा जीना भी मरना तुझी से। ओ यार प्यार कर, कर मुझे प्यार कर, दिन रात हो